Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Time Kapehan, brought to you by Kape Republic, our coaching hub and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. And we are now on our second month here at Noontime Kapihan, our daily coaching conversations, reliving the Kapihan Night by Master Coach A, where she talks about life, she talks about love, relationship, money, career, and anything under the sun, and even the sun. Ayan, pinag-uusapan namin yan, or ni Master Coach A yan during the times in Kapihan Night. It used to come in live on the floor and via FB every Tuesday night until the pandemic happened. So, things happen. So that's why we're transitioning towards this. And we are bringing in Noontime Kapihan for a season only while Brewing Live is taking a break or a quarter break. So let me take also this moment to honor fellow coaches and entrepreneur who previously served for 7 long months and filled the digital space with stuff that matters from September 2020 to March 2021. Okay, so watch out for the return of Brewing Live this coming July. So it's going to be a power pack season again as we continue to serve the digital space. All right, shout out to my fellow game changers who served last month. Thank you, Coach Candy, for joining. And for this month of May, as we continue to serve the community, Master Coach A has launched the Be Learning e-card for big heroes of our generation. And the Be Learning e-cards unlocks opportunities to smarter living with monthly first, what you will get, and I'm super excited. I'm part of this. I just availed of this. You're gonna get a 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic. So you'll get that as you continue to invest on this. And second, you're gonna get a mental model masterclass by Master Coach A. So if that is something that you're looking forward to, you want to learn the mental models and how you can be more effective than, grab in here, take advantage of this. And third, you're gonna get a 90-minute coaching session with coaching entrepreneurs from Life Coach Philippines. For this month, what Master Coach A will talk about is the Mental Model Masterclass, which will be scheduled on May 15th at 7 p.m. And Master Coach A will teach the Goal Achievement Mental Model. So the Goal Achievement Mental Model, and learn how to unleash the your four superpowers from intense focus, and discover how champion setter or goal setter, which is Elon Musk, by the way, you know him, modeled the art of science of goal achievement and fundamentally change the trajectory of the human race. And today, if you know, Musk's company SpaceX is leading humanity to becoming multi-planetary. So, ang daming ginagawa ni Elon Musk, still going to Mars, di ba? Something that he is doing. So connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to register and get the Be Learning e-card today. Register this month as a founding member, and you will get the advantage and the lock-in fee of only 1,500 pesos monthly. And I tell you, this subscription as well, you're going to bless a lot of people. Master Coach has a wonderful project in place to utilize this and help us create a better future and a mentally fit environment, especially here, starting here in the Philippines. You will never experience membership fee increase as you progress. This is going to be a lifetime, 1.5 na lang yan as the program progress, and of course as a founding member. All right. So moving on for today's episode, I will be sharing to you a richer conversation. Yeah. And why is it important for us to have richer conversations, especially with our children? O hindi lang naman for children to, no? For if you're a parent or you're a mom or a dad, even your friends, you can start utilizing as well with your friends. So please do tag your friends, or if you have a parents out there na may nanay, tatay, na kaibigan mo, tag them here. Allow them to join us. Let's bless the digital space, and let's continue teaching other people as well to have a better relationship with their children. Share this video link. I would appreciate that, and invite others as well to join in the conversation. Thank you, Beverly. Ayan, yun si Coach Tin pala andyan. And Beverly is also, maraming salamat. If you are watching this on a replay, comment hashtag replay, and do let us send us a message if you wish to connect with any points that resonates with you. The YouTube link where you can find the replay of all of the episodes of Noontime Kapihan is found in the caption of this video. So just put it in there. Please do follow and subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified of the future videos to stuff your digital space and valuable content. All right. So I am Coach Shaun Dioya. Yes, I am different. My hair is gone now. I'm bald, but I'm still the same person as I am. My face have changed, but I am still, humoristic. Yeah, I'm a professional life coach and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I am a son, a husband, a father, a brother, and a friend. But of course, I want to emphasize here that I am a father. I've been a father for 19 years now. So maaga po ako namulat sa katotohanan at namulat sa daily struggles and pressures and also the joy of parenting. My focus area is in the area of self leadership. I help parents and the youth have a more intentional in the way they think, in the way they feel, in the way they respond. Because being intentional means that you understand why you're doing these things, why you're engaging, why you're investing on these things, and what have you, so that you enjoy the results. Diba? We all want to have certain experiences as we continue in our day, and we want to be intentional on how we do things. Sabi nga ni Coach Nords, because Coach Nords has the intentional living, we need to be intentional. We always need to find reasons on why we do what we do so that we can enjoy our life. And what I do, I help people have clarity on their dreams, their demands, their distractions, their desires, so that they can focus on creating the kind of destiny that they want in life. What is it that you want in life? Like, if you're given an opportunity to live the life that you want, anong itsura nun? What does that look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? And who are the people that you would want there in that space? All right. So one of my strengths is humor. I love to laugh. I love to allow people to smile and see the beauty of life. Times we get so serious, like my face. Is so serious that we tend to lose sight of the beauty of life. Na pwede naman maging simple ang buhay. Na simple but natututo. Simple but growing. Simple but making an impact, giving value to other people, while of course making jokes. Humor is one of the biggest skill that we all need. So skill, and skill siya, pwede matutunan, pwede master. You can, continuously practice on it, and it's something that would help you with your self-esteem. So if you have a child, if you have children, na medyo mababa yung self-esteem, na doesn't talk a lot, doesn't share a lot, teach them humor. But of course, it starts with you as a parent. So you need to be humoristic, and that is something that you can continuously practice on. So if you need support, if you need help to allow your children to speak, teach them humor and be more confident and courageous in all of the things that they need to do in life, message me, let me know. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a discovery session. And, let's take a look at how I can serve you as you journey along. So as I've said a while ago, I've been a parent for 19 years now. My child or my daughter is 19 years and my son is 15 years old. So mga teenagers na po sila. They're the people that, the reason why I do what I do, why my focus is in parenting and also for the youth, because I feel that if you want to change the future, we need to change ourselves so that the youth can also start making the change, having the confidence, being able to express themselves, their thoughts, having that bridge the gap in their communication, bridge the gap in the words that they say, bridge the gap on sharing ideas, sharing innovations, sharing these thoughts that they have. Because children these days, I tell you, they are the most powerful people right now. And if we can change the way they see themselves and how they see others as well, that will just change the trajectory of the future. All right. So I am on a mission. My mission is to help 1 million parents create a mentally fit household so that they can keep their family sane and live a life full of meaning and fulfillment. So kung gusto mo more meaningful, more fulfilling life in the work that you do, at the house, with your children, with your spouse, and anyone, and even your parents, come and join me. Let me help you and let me support you. All right. Coach Rezzhel is also here. Coach Lin, maraming salamat. Master Coach Jasmine is also here. Thank you for joining on a Sunday. You could have been doing something else. You could have been eating right now. You choose to be here and listen to me. Maraming salamat. I'll share to you one of the things that I've learned and I practice as I progress in my parenting. we all need to develop language and conversation skills. Lahat naman tayo, di ba? For those joining right now, we all need it. It's something that we need to practice, not something that we need to level up. It's something that we need to continuously hone because our children, for those parents out there, also need an environment where there is an opportunity for them to express themselves. Diba? That is something that we need to teach our children so that they can share their thoughts, they can share their ideas, they can express their feelings, and they can also express their emotions without the fear of being judged, of being rejected, of being, given feedback or criticized with a lot of different things that will not serve the children. And if you think about it, these conversations must not just be limited to the friends. At most often than not, if you have a kid, maybe most often ang ginagawa ng mga bata, ang mga anak nyo ay kausap yung mga friends nila. But it's seldom that they speak with you. It's seldom that they share something with you. It's seldom that they share that they're not okay, they're not feeling well. These are the things that they want. These are the things that has been bothering them. Seldom na sinishare nila yon. And mostly sa friends lang because the friends are able to connect with them on an emotional level. But we also need this to be able to, for the parents to have that deep conversation. I call that the rich conversations with the siblings, with the parents, with other adults in a one-on-one conversation and even in a group conversation. Like when was the last time you saw your child, having a really deep conversation while dining or habang nagda-lunch time? Yan, nag-uusap talaga, nag-share talaga ng experiences nila. For me, I'm fortunate enough to have that during times sa sabay-sabay kumakain. So the children are sharing. Tatanong namin sila kung kumusta, how are things, what are the things that they need so far, ano yung mga feel nila. At times yung nakasimangot yung bata, pagising, nakasimangot, tatanungin mo, oh, wow, what's going on? What's wrong? Anything that you feel right now. So they're able to expressly share that na hindi ka maiinis. At times nakakainis yung mga bata pa nag-share. And these are the things that you can start teaching them. I remember a time when I was a peak in my career. So back still in the corporate world, I seldom really talk to my children. Yung routine ko ay gigising ng umaga, papasok ng office, uwi ng bahay na medyo late na. Either aabutin ko yung mga bata, I will talk to the children, but just asking them how is school. Have you eaten already? Tapos afterwards, wala na. Or darating ako sa bahay na they're sleep already. So I don't really have that interaction with them. I don't have the talk with them because of the long hours that I have. Hindi na kaya. Ang gagawin mo pagdating sa bahay, either magtatrabaho ka pa rin or matutulog ka na. And by morning, you wake up, they're still asleep or they're at school already, so you can talk to them. It's unfortunate that during this time of pandemic, you have the opportunity already to talk to your children. For some, anyway. But for me, I went full time in life coaching, so I have that lifestyle that I want, which is helping really help the children stay more connected with me. So during the weekends naman, ang nangyayari nun, instead of you having a conversation with them, sa akin, hindi ko din nagagawa because what I do is I relax, di ba? During those time na nasa corporate ka pa, Sabado, Linggo, magre-relax ka na lang, manonood ka, you're gonna watch something, you're gonna eat outside, you're gonna drink. I was an avid drinker before, but I stopped that. I'm no longer doing that. And you rather choose to relax and just enjoy the weekends before you start the week again. So I don't create that much opportunity to catch up and engage with my children to have a richer conversation. Ganun lang siya. And as my children grew, Coach Bill, thank you very much for joining. They became quiet. They don't share that much. Most of the conversation I have is like transactional. You sabi ko nga kanina, have you eaten? How's school? Do you need everything? How is your grade? Any help that you need? Those are the conversations. It's really transactional, and it's not allowing me to have a deeper conversation or connection with my children. So there's no relational connection. And relational connection means that on an emotional level. As a parent, we need to connect with our children on an emotional level for us to listen to them, to understand their thoughts, their needs, their wants, their desires, their beliefs, their values, their mindsets. These are the things that we need to start emotionally connecting with our children. That's why my lesson for today is really talk about, you know, having richer conversations. Like, when was the last time that you had a richer conversation with your kid na emotionally connecting, na nag-express sila, na nag-share sila? When my daughter was 16 years old, she was diagnosed by with clinical depression. My wife and I made a decision on how to change our parenting because we know that our parenting style back then was not effective. Uh, that the way that we're supporting our children is not that effective in a sense na madami siyang anxiety, madami siyang fear, madami siyang iniisip sa buhay na hindi niya na-express sa amin and we're not able to support them. And our son also, he seldom speaks back then. Hindi siya nag-share masyado, doesn't respond. Most common, what he does is he shares a yes or no answer. Di ba pag may tanong siya, yes, no. Tapos, nandun na siya sa room niya, nakatingin lang sa cellphone, naglalaro, and so on, or studying. These are things that they were doing before. And they have their own little worlds back then, and we're trying to understand how are we going to change this kind of conversation, how are we going to change this kind of relationship, because we know our child are growing, and if they're not able to express themselves, then how are they going to be able to express when they start working, or they start having a business, or when they start having a relationship? Imagine if your children remains the same as you see them today. And as they grow up, they have their work, they have their boyfriend, their girlfriend, or maybe they get married in the future, they have kids, and they are the same as how they are engaging with you and how you're engaging with them. What kind of future do you think your children will have by then? When we started thinking about that, we began on a journey and found life coaching. I did this was before the old D Cup there in Mandaluyong, and we enrolled on the certification class for life coaching. And Master Coach A was the one facilitating that. She was doing all of the work there, and that really changed the way I see myself and I see people. That changed my perspective on how life would be, how life is, how life can be. That helped me grow my heart, that helped me grow my love for my children, and the way that my heart also was postured after that certification, and as I continue to invest on the profession and hired a life coach as well, which is Master Coach A, mas tumaba yung puso ko, mas lumaki. And I allowed more people in because I realized that one of the biggest things and the biggest reason why I seldom or I don't have that much friends. And recently we've uncovered this. I have uncovered this with the support of Master Coach A as my coach. Na yung pain ko with friends is the one that has carried me, carried that pain along the way, na ayoko na lang makipagkaibigan that much because sasaktan din ako nito. Or may sasabihin siya na hindi maganda, or ire-reject niya lang ako. Those are the things that I've experienced, and the reason why konti lang yung friends ko. I don't allow that much. And that grew on me, only to realize that these are the influencers on the reason why I'm such very stiff, doesn't allow a lot of people, doesn't talk to a lot of people, because I have this fear that these people might, betray me in the future. Na may gagawin silang hindi gusto, hindi akma. Na may gagawin sila na madi-disappoint ka. So may isip mo na, why have they done that? Like, what have you done to deserve that kind of treatment? Diba? And you treated these people as someone that's very close to you, someone you can depend on, someone you can rely on. And I've realized that that's the same relationship that I had with my children. Now I have this fear of expressing myself. I have this fear that my children will not understand. But in the process, hindi ko naiintindihan yung mga anak ko, and they don't understand me. In the digital era, you can see that things are changing. The landscape has changed. Even the way that we parent has changed. Parenting before was more of authoritative. You tell the children what to do and they follow. If they don't follow, now you get the slap, either in your head, on your butt, or any part of your hand, maybe your hands or any part of your body. Or worst thing, you get a slap of the walis ting ting. The walis ting ting. Naka-experience na ba kayo? Napalo kayo ng walis ting ting or stick. You know, these are the things that we need to start changing. We need to encourage more activities to connect with our children, more explorations, to have a conversation with our children, and more learning spaces for them to open up a richer conversation. So, even as an individual right now, how are you currently expressing to your parents? Because remember, the relationship that you have with your parents will dictate also the relationship that you have with your children. Either it can be the same or it can be the opposite. Yun lang naman yun eh. Paliktaran lang yan. And the experience that our children have with us is what's going to be their reference point of the kind of the relationship they will build with others. A relationship that they build with their spouse, with their children. So think about you right now. Think about how you're responding to other people. How are you responding to your children? And how are this response or responses was influenced by the care of our parents? Because when we understand more of that, we have a deeper understanding, and we choose to accept that it is what it is, we can start now making the change, making the experiments so that we can be better and our conversations with our children can become more richer, more emotionally invested, more emotionally connected. That at the end, when our life here is ending or when our children goes their separate ways and have their own relationship and family, we can feel confident na they will do good. They will do better. They will be better. And they will thrive in whatever that they do. Now, why is it important for us as parents to create an engaging environment for our child to have a rich conversation? Yan, sabi nga ni Coach Lin, yung walis, ting-ting, o di ba? Parang tatakbo ka, Coach Lin, takbo, takbo. Parang hindi ka makatakbo kasi maliit lang yung bahay, di ba? Abot ka agad. Parang humahaba yung mga kamay ng mga parents natin pag namamalaw. Siyang, abot ka agad. So what is it that you need to do? Why is it important to have a rich conversation? Well, number one, richer conversations help children to express their thoughts and ideas. That they don't have this fear that may masabi silang mali, may masabi silang hindi maganda, may masabi silang parang mag-aano yung tenga mo, magbabagting, di ba? Pag parents, parang may nasabi ka na trigger ka, akala mo iniinis ka pero hindi ka naman iniinis, na trigger ka. That allows your children to do that. Number two is richer conversations help them verbalize their needs. That they can express themselves. Now, I've been talking to the youth, and one of the biggest challenge that I observed is having less vocabulary on expressing their thoughts and ideas. Alam nila kung anong gusto nilang gawin, pero hindi nila masabi. Hindi nila ma-verbalize, hindi nila ma-put into word. And I kind of observed that as well with my children, especially with my son. Na hindi niya nasasabi. Alam niya kung anong gusto niya sabihin, pero hindi niya ma-express because of the word gap. I talk about the word gap in which children are not able to express, converse, and even say the things that they want because they have a limited vocabulary in themselves that they know. And one of the things that we can start doing is helping them read, and be intentional about the things that they read, talk to them, which is having richer conversations, so that you can help them put in words, the basic words, complex words, the words that they seldom hear or use, so that they can understand and they can utilize this. Richer conversations also help resolve conflict. Why? Naalala mo ba na yung nag-away kayo ng asawa mo? Tapos sinabihan mo yung asawa mo, hindi mo ako naiintindihan. Tapos naisip ko, hindi nga kita talaga naiintindihan because you cannot express yourself. So doing this, being able to express yourself and having richer conversations would allow you to resolve conflicts because you can express. Ang isip mo ba kung bakit ka nagagalit pag hindi ka naiintindihan ng tao? Di ba? Because you cannot express that. You cannot say it. That's why naiinis ka. Hindi ka naman naiinis sa kanya. Naiinis ka sa sarili mo because you can't express it. And also, richer conversation helps you seek and ask for help. That you might say, Coach, madali lang naman mag-seek ng help. But think about it. Have our children been taught how to seek for help? Have we, have we had that conversation? Have you shared your experiences on how you're seeking for help? Minsan magtataka natin, bakit yung mga bata hindi sa atin humingi ng tulong? Bakit humingi ba tayo ng tulong? Pag kailangan ba natin ng tulong, do we seek help? Or do we isolate and try to solve it on our own? Only to feel miserable afterwards. And number 3, richer conversations allow them to learn from adults and others. Like, think about the moment where you've talked to someone with the same values, same mission, same, thinking as you. And what are the things that you've learned from them? Every time we go to Decap Copy Republic and have this weekly meeting with Master Coach A, either a Wednesday or on a Thursday, it's always a breath of fresh air that you can have same people with the same mindset, same wavelength. You can express, you can share, and you learn and they learn in the process with your experience. And these are the things that our children need these days. To have that conversation in which there's an alignment, there's synergy, that the way that the children is expressing, the parents also understand it. Na nag-a-align, na hindi ganon. May synergy. Nag-shake hands sila. O, di ba? Hello, Leonard. Thank you for joining. Coach Sherry is also here. Sabi ni Coach PB, gusto ko yan, richer conversation, resolve conflict. Yes, it does. I tell you, it does. When you're able to express yourself. Kasi kaya tayo nagagalit kasi hindi tayo maintindihan ng tao eh. Kasi hindi din natin ma-express. Mayor Leonard is here. Maraming salamat, Beverly. Thank you, Coach Beverly. Ayan, richer conversation, need natin yan. Maraming salamat, Coach Sherry, for tagging people as well, and Coach Beverly. So, how do we create these opportunities? I've preached all of these things. I've shared these things. The reason why richer conversation is important, not just for our children, and even for you as a parent, that you can start expressing yourself. Even the spouses are having difficulties expressing themselves because they're not having richer conversations. May trigger. Na-trigger na agad. Nag-uusap pa lang kayo, na-trigger ka na. Parang kagabi, na-trigger ako. Ayan, may mga ganyang bagay-bagay na minsan niisip mo, what happened to you? But because I am not able to express myself and verbalize myself. So I'll give you 3 on how you can create opportunities to create richer conversations to happen. Yan, 3 things. Ayun. Si Leonard, alam mo, Mayor, kailangan natin to. Yan. Pwede mong pag-practicean yung mga anak mo dito. Even in your spouse. Number 1, use everyday activities as opportunities for rich conversational talk. Anong mga example nito? Well, kung may snack time, di ba, kumakain, have a deeper conversation. Have a rich conversation, understanding them. During story time is a great opportunity as with an activity to have richer conversations. If the children are playing, nakita mo naglalaro yung bata, join them. Have a conversation with them. Or kung malalaki na, teenagers na yung mga anak mo, just sit down beside them. Observe. Ask questions. Be interested. Diba? Explore. Take a look at their world. And when you start doing that consistently, I tell you, it will change. I've experienced that. You just sit down, you ask your children, hey, what are you doing? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's good. That is something that's great. So you praise. I posted this inside Effective Parenting Without Shouting and Spanking, which is my group, this morning on how you can help your children boost their self-esteem. Join that group, Effective Parenting Without Shouting and Spanking. May pinost ako ngayon at 12 noon. And how you can further help you and even other people and your children increase their self-esteem. Because when their self-esteem is high, they're confident and they're courageous to express themselves. So grab any opportunity when there are activities being done by your children and talk to them. Recently, yung anak ko, yung son ko, joined the CAT officer. So it's a great opportunity to have a conversation. So you can do that. Number two is design a space that encourages children to talk together and share ideas. So one of the things that Coach Tin and I agreed upon is every week we have this group, family group, where for 1 hour or so, nag-uusap kami about yung mga needs sa bahay, concerns sa bahay, anything under the sun, over the sun. Parang ganito lang, na noon time kapihan. And it's just a beautiful thing because you would be able to listen to the children, understand how they express. Bawal lang yung may mga trigger. Patience is a virtue for parents. Huwag masyadong nagagalit. Or minsan, hindi mo naintindihan yung bata. Have a conversation. Encourage them to share their ideas. Minsan, at times, feeling mo, parang yung idea hindi naman, parang complicated naman, parang simple lang naman. Acknowledge them. Because that's a great moment for them to be able to be comfortable with you. If there are learning opportunities, get that opportunity. Encourage them to share. So design a space. You can do that once a week. If you can do it on a regular basis during lunchtime, then do so. Number three, of course, this is how I am able to really have my children speak and have richer conversation is asking open-ended questions. To challenge the children to go deeper as they express their ideas. Open-ended question is not answerable by a yes or no. It means that children can continuously express themselves without feeling that they will be judged, they will be rejected, they will be dissed off. Yang parang, wala namang kwenta yung idea mo. Have deeper connection, have deeper conversation. Allow them to explore. And if they're not able to answer it, then just let them be. Just allow them to experience you. Just allow them to feel comfortable with you. Just allow them to know that you are there listening, whatever happens. Like during situations na may ginawa yung anak nyong mali, or hindi tama, or hindi maganda, just ask them, what do you think about what happened? Rather than, did you think that would happen? O, di ba? So why do you think that will happen? These are the types of conversations that you can open up, a richer conversation. Na naiintindihan mo yung bata at naiintindihan ka din. So, again, three things. Use everyday activities as opportunities for richer conversation. Design a space that encourages people to, or the children to speak. And ask open-ended question. So what's one strategy that you can start implementing, today? So that you can start creating that richer conversation with your children. Now, as you go through this engagement, I would want for you to really have this mental notes and observations of how your children are responding with you. Take a moment to get a deeper understanding on them, how they respond to specific questions, how they respond to specific feedback or insight that you have, and provide insights and takeaway on your learning. Because when you learn, as you observe your children, as you understand them, you also learn more about yourself on how you parent your children. My realization for the last 19 years of parenting is the best manual for parenting. You know who or what? Your children. If you start really getting to know them better, I tell you, it will just change the way your relationship are with them. Because you learn in the process. You learn with them. Parang training. Di ba? Nag-feedback. Feedback kita mo, okay, sige. This one is not working. This one is not allowing them to be the best version of themselves. Then you make changes. You continue to develop. You continue learning invest ka sa sarili mo para matuto ka, para matuto yung bata. And practicing these greater conversations and richer conversations as you go along. So you can do this. It only takes you, if you want to change your children, it starts with you. You change first, your children change. Proven time and again. I see that result. And I'm happy to say today, my daughter, who has not been speaking a lot, who had depression, you know, who I needed to make sure that she's sane and surviving, she's now thriving in her work. She's speaking her heart. We're able to support her in her journey. She is now an animator and an entrepreneur. So the learnings that I had, we're able to download that with our children. She's earning, from that. She no, hindi siya work for someone else. Hindi siya nag-corporate, di ba? She's an entrepreneur and she's a creator. One of the biggest win that we had from her is her being able to buy a table and a chair on her with her money. So we're like super proud. And she's also paying her mobile bill and already helping out with the home. Anything that needs to be repaired here, pinapractice na namin. And that is a great opportunity to have conversations. Because when we were going through buying the table and chair, nag-usap kami. See? Every opportunity that you see your children, talk with them. Pag may ginagawa sila, may gagawin sila, may papagawa sila, nakasama ka, have a conversation. And my son too is now speaking himself, sharing his thoughts. He's currently honing his skills without me teaching him. Yung nag-3D rendering designer siya. So he's able to create this apple who's so realistic, which is wonderful. And he also have a passion for cars like me. And in the future, maybe he starts developing or creating that car shop and wants to be an entrepreneur as well, rather than being an employee for someone else. So these are the things that we're able to experience because of the change we did as a parent. From being an authoritative parent, we move and transition towards being an emotion coach parent. And that one really has helped create that connection with them. And the powerful questions, when you ask that at the right time, it just changes the way our children respond. And you can also create that kind of habitat at home. There is a way. It's not an overnight thing, I tell you, not overnight. But if you have the proper support, you have the proper, skills, knowledge, and expertise, as you go through the experience, I tell you, things would change. Your children will start expressing. Your heart will start growing. And you will be in the space where you can be at peace because your children will be successful, will also be courageous, and will also have the confidence to be able to achieve their dreams and achieve their goals. It is possible. You know, it is possible. Money can buy you happiness if you want to, but it can never buy the joy that you're seeing with your children. Enjoy your presence and enjoy a thriving life. So make the change. The power is in you, and the effect of that power will have a ripple impact on your children, and their children's children, and also other people that they will be working with in the future. So maraming salamat for joining me this afternoon. I appreciate all of those, Coach Weberly and Coach Phoebe, Coach Sherry, for tagging people here. It's time to change, and it is possible. If you need support, let me know. You may message me, contact me 0917-569-4200. Let's have a conversation. Let me help you. Let me help you allow your children to speak with you, share with you, so that you can be peaceful as you age and you can be joyful as you experience their relationship. So thank you for joining me today. And as I close, I invite you to be back tomorrow, the same time and the same digital space for Coach Candy. Coach Candy will be tomorrow for her topic, when comfort is not too comfortable. Yan. So, mga taong gusto mag-grow, it is something that you want to learn on how, you know, to understand when comfort is not comfortable, join us tomorrow. To bring home the cup coffee experience, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 for your food order and beverage order. You may also visit the Cup Coffee Republic inside Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Center compound at Capitolio, Pasig City. Ayan. Once again, thank you very much. I am inviting you to join and be part of the Be Learning journey for living smarter with monthly perks. I'm part of that. I am member number 1, which is thank you very much for allowing me for that. And I'm looking forward to the learnings. I'm very thankful for all of you who's joining me. Share your learning, share your experiences. Let's bless other people. If we want to change, it starts with us. If we want to make more change, give value to others. All right? I'll see you again tomorrow. Maraming salamat. Have a wonderful lunch. And love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.